Hey guys! Happy New Year's Eve 2014. Doesn't seem like another year has gone by, but it has, and we've made good strides and we've had struggles, but we've made it through. And I'm absolutely looking forward to 2015 and all that it holds. I just wanted to share some things with you all and some goals that I have for 2015. One of my big goals for 2015 is to make more videos and be more personable with you all so you know me as Christy and not just the page CC Fitness. And that way, hopefully, if you know me a little bit better, then you'll feel more comfortable sharing things with me and letting me help you on this journey that you're going through. So, that being said, my coach gave me a challenge to do one video a day, and that way I become more comfortable in doing videos and talking to you all and sharing about myself. So that being said, ignore the moon face I have from 60 milligrams of prednisone and the wet hair, and let's talk about goals. I wrote out a huge list of goals last night, and I'll share that with you all here, so if you'll excuse me. I wrote down all of these goals last night and went over them with my husband, shared some of my big dreams that I have, and just worked through those. That way I know they're present and in the moment, and I can look at those every day and focus on those. So one of my big goals is to be more present, especially with my family and my friends, and not so much on this all the time because it's a huge problem of mine. I have my phone with me constantly, and if I'm not on Facebook, I'm on Pinterest, I'm on Instagram, I'm reading on the Kindle app, so I'm constantly on my phone. And that's one of my big goals for this year, is to focus less on that and be more present. If Chip and I are spending time together watching a TV show, I need to watch the TV show and be with him and talk to him and not on my phone. So, that being said, I want you all to know that. That way, if I'm not responding immediately to your messages or your comments, you know why. It's not because I'm ignoring you. It's because I'm trying to focus more on the time with my family and my friends and less on being on social media, which I'm usually on 24/7. So I'm working on that happy medium of being accountable to you all and being accountable for my business, but also being accountable to my friends and family. That being said, I just want to get that out there, and I'm just going to read through my list of goals that I put out for myself for 2015, so I'm accountable to you all as well. You know those goals, and you can help me stay accountable if I start to slip up. So that being said, some of my big goals I have are to have all our credit cards paid off on or before July 2017. It's not actually a 2015 goal, but it is because we have to work on that throughout 2015 to be able to make that happen. We'd like to have our truck paid off by at least March of 2018, and that would help us so much when it comes to our finances and reaching some smaller goals that we have. I had on my goal list to hit Emerald by at least February of 2015. And if you're not familiar with the Beachbody business, Emerald is the first step for you to reaching big goals. And so that was on my list to meet by February. Well, I met that yesterday, and I'm pretty excited about it. So that means so much to me. And so I was able to mark something off my 2015 list yesterday, before 2015 even got here. So I changed that goal to hit Ruby by March. So there's my new goal. I also want us to get on track with doing some, I guess you would call it sinking funds for things that come up throughout the year. Instead of having to pay those all at once, we're collecting that money all year. So that's one goal that we have. And we'd like to start budgeting better monthly and using envelopes to pay for things such as gas and stuff. So in essence, if you're catching on here, we try to follow Dave Ramsey, and we want to become more diligent in that and doing that on key. One other business and just personal goal I have is to read at least 24 personal development books this year. I'm started right now on the Compound Effect, so that's number 1. And I just finished a book called The Best Yes. And so I'm not going to count that because I finished it in 2014, but if you've not read it, check it out. It's called The Best Yes by Lisa TerKeurst. And like I said earlier, one goal one big goal is to make more videos. So I'm being personally accountable to you all, and you know me better. I have some fitness and nutrition goals I'm also working on. One of those is to finish PIO by January 19th, that'll be 8 weeks since I started it. I have not been 100% with that, and I will be completely honest. I have had a lot come up when it comes with my health and things. So I'm just going to stay on track with that and finish it when I'm supposed to and shoot for another round after a few other things. After that, I plan on starting the 21-day fix workouts. However, I'm starting that nutrition plan, the 21-day fix nutrition plan, on Monday. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know, and you can do it right along with me. And after I finish the 21-day fix, I have set to start Combat in February and then T25 in April. And I hope to do the 21-day fix nutrition plan with those programs to stay on track. I have a weight goal to reach. I would like to be at 140 by March. I don't see that as unreasonable. I'm about 156 now. So give or take, I should reach that goal by March. And one big goal I have fitness-wise is to complete a 5K this year. I'm just telling myself to complete one 5K, but if I do more, that's great. That's something that I've always had on a goal list and just never stuck with. If it means me walking to finish it, that's fine. Hey, who knows, I may even need to crawl. And I'd also like to start just walking more in general and being outside and enjoying the beauty of nature and for all that God has given us in everyday life that we oftentimes take for granted and we don't recognize. And so that's something I'd like to work on. As far as my spiritual goals, I like to include those as well because we need to be well-rounded people and focus on goals in all areas of our lives, relationships, spiritual, fitness and wellness, business. That way we're not focusing too much on one specific portion of our lives. So my spiritual goals I'm starting a course called Read Through the Word with Wendy Pope tomorrow. It is with the chronological Bible in a year, the NLT version. And so one of my spiritual goals is to stay on course with that Read Through the Word program and finish the entire Bible this year. And I'd also like to be more of a light to my family. I have a lot of family that's in darkness and they know about God and they know about Jesus Christ, but it's not implemented in their lives and they're still in darkness. And I just want to be that light to them, and hopefully they can see the peace that my Lord brings me and that they would want that more for themselves. And then I also really want to focus this year on crucifying myself daily to fleshly desires and things that come up within me that I need to be more Christ-like at, and I'm currently not. Killing those fleshly desires to want more and need more when I'm perfectly fine with the things that I have now and don't need anymore. So those are just some of my goals that I've written out here. You can see I wrote them down because without writing them down, it's just some jumbled mess up here and it's not going to get out and you're not going to get anywhere. So I highly encourage you to write down your goals, look at those daily, work on those daily, whatever it takes for you to be successful in what you're working on. I also keep a little notebook. I can show you here somewhere. It's just a little notebook. My coach, Gina, actually sent me this 2 years ago when I started with Beachbody, and for some reason I thought that wasn't for me. However, I was wrong, and I still kept the little journal she gave me, and I use it once a month. I have a date. I come to it on the 29th of each month, and I just write down 10 goals. They're not necessarily goals I want to meet that month or things like that. They're just goals that are on the forefront of my mind that I want to look at. So I do that once a month also, and I highly encourage you to do that, just to keep a small journal for yourself if things come up. So thank you for letting me share this. I'm sorry it's so long. I just had a lot I wanted to get off my chest with you all and explain to you all about 2015 and what I see for myself. I see big things happening. Fingers crossed, my health is going to get better. I can't guarantee that. I never know, especially with an autoimmune disease, because I could be perfectly fine 1 minute and the next I'm really bad, as you've all kind of seen before with me. Luckily, this flare is starting to subside some with the high dose of steroids, and so Chip and I saw no need for me to go to the emergency room today as the doctor suggested. So I'm going to stay on the 60 milligrams of prednisone until I feel completely healthy and what healthy is for me. And I see my rheumatologist on January 7th. So we're hoping to get some more answers then to kind of what the skin sores are that I'm having issues with, that the steroids aren't really helping, and things like that. So I thank you all for joining me on this journey that I go through that is crazy. And I always invite you all to go look up and research and just Google Behçet's disease, Behcets. That way you have more of an idea of what I'm dealing with than me trying to explain it to you, because it's kind of difficult to explain and sometimes it's not easy to explain. I heard somebody once say having Behçet's disease is like having lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, and MS all at the same time. So that kind of gives you some sense of what I go through. And I oftentimes get, well, you look normal, you look great, there's nothing wrong with you. And that's why Behçet's is often referred to as an invisible illness. So once again, I just thank you all for letting me share my journey with you all, and you share yours with me. So thank you. Have a happy new year, and I'll be checking in again tomorrow. Bye, guys.